without a tape. And they're off. And they're running, and Principal in the centre, and Foynavel and Kirtle Lad and Rutherford's are the first to show, and it's Rutherford's on the inside from Principal and Foynavel, and then comes Kirtle Lad on the outside. They're coming towards the Melling Road now with Rutherford's the leader, from Principal towards the outside, Kirtle Lad, Foynavel, and Lucky Domino up there on the inner, and as they cross the Melling Road, Rutherford's, Lucky Domino, Principal, and over on the far side, Kirtle Lad, we join our country cameras and Bob Haynes.
And now to the first of the 30 fences, and Castle Falls is disputing it with Penvalgo and Principal. Those three jumped it together, and Barberin right up between them as they jump the first, and they're not all over because Bassnet is down, and Me and Valley is down, and Bopham Down has fallen. Those three are the fallers at the first, the leaders over the second, Penvalgo over from Barberin, then Principal on the inside of Castle Falls, then comes Capino. Then comes Kirtle Lad, Rutherford's, Lucky Domino, and April Rose. And now over the third, that's the open ditch. They're running on to the fourth, and it's Principal and Penvalgo from Rutherford's, Barberin and Kirtle Lad, and over to Michael O'Hare.
And as they come to this next fence, Castle Falls on the outside, and in the centre, Principal and Penvalgo. The Fossa not far behind these, Dunwitty just behind them too, as also is Barberin. Coming now to this next fence, which is the fence before Beechers, it's Penvalgo, who's just a leader with Principal, and then closely follows Barberin, Dunwitty, the Fossa, different class, Capino. These are all in a group together. Lucky Domino along the inside with Rutherford's. Coming now to Beechers. They're just approaching Beechers now with Penvalgo, the leader. He's just ahead of Principal, and then comes Barberin, Dunwitty, Lucky Domino, Rutherford's, Castle Falls, and all over so far. A bad mistake there by Principal, but he got over it all right, and they all seem to be over Beechers all right. And turning now towards this next fence, the fence after Beechers, it is Penvalgo who leads from Principal. Rutherford is next, then Dunwitty, Lucky Domino, the Fossa, Rondetto. Then on the far side is Barberin, then Castle Falls. Capino comes next, then Ozzy, Harry Black, Leedsy, Freddie, then Quinton Bay and Norther. These are the leaders as they go over the canal turn with Penvalgo, the leader from Principal, who's being followed along on the inside by Rutherford's. Then Dunwitty, Castle Falls is next, and on the far side of Castle Falls is Barberin. The Fossa, different class, going smoothly. Just behind them is Rondetto and also Capino. And as they go now to this next fence with Penvalgo, the leader from Rutherford's, I hand over to Michael Smith.
And Johnny Lehane giving Penvalgo the most wonderful ride. He's giving him a wonderful view of all his fences. He's over first. Rutherford's made a bad mistake there. Quintin Bay and Barberin and Principal are up with the leaders, and Castle Falls on the wide outside going very well, and I can see John Lawrence on Northern not far behind the leaders as they come to this next fence, and Kirtle Lad is going up to join the leaders. I'll try and give you the order as they come up to the next. It's Principal and Rutherford's from Kirtle Lad, Castle Falls, Penvalgo, the Fossa, Stan Meller giving a great ride to the Fossa. He's only a length behind the leaders as they go over the next. Capino made a slight mistake there. Freddie going very nicely on the inside, about 12 lengths behind the leaders, and David Mole having a quick look round on his shoulder on different class. He's only about 6 lengths behind the leaders, but with Principal and Kirtle Lad and Rutherford's, the three leaders as they recross the Melling Road at Anchor Bridge back to the grandstand.
Principal, Kirtle Lad, then comes Rutherford's. Castle Falls towards the outside, then Rondetto, then Quinton Bay. Barberin is right up with them. Penvalgo, then different class. And they're levelling up to come to the next now, with Principal disputing it, with Castle Falls towards the outside, Kirtle Lad on the inner, then Rutherford's, then Rondetto just in behind them, and then comes different class. Just in behind different class is Quinton Bay. Norther there on the outside, and as they jump this one, it's Principal just the leader from Castle Falls, Rutherford in third place, then comes Kirtle Lad, then the Fossa. Just behind the Fossa is Capino, with Quinton Bay towards the outside, then Norther, then Barberin, then comes Game Purston, and Castle Falls on the outside, right up here with Principal. Then Rutherford's on the far side with Kirtle Lad, then Rondetto, then the Fossa, then Quinton Bay, then Capino, then Norther, then comes different class, Leedsy. Behind Leedsy is Greek Scholar, and as they jump the chair, it's Castle Falls on the inside, then Principal, Rutherford's on the far side, and then Kirtle Lad, and these four just ahead of Rondetto. Then comes the Fossa. Behind the Fossa is Capino, then Greek Scholar, then Quinton Bay, and then Leedsy in different class of Norther, and then comes Penvalgo, and then Kilburn and Freddie. Behind Freddie is Lime King, and then Barberin and Ossie. Behind Ossie is Harry Black, and then on the inside, Red Alligator with Game Purston and Lucky Domino and Solbino and What a Myth. and behind Watermyth is Honey End, and then comes Bobberjob. Behind Bobberjob is Tower Road, and then comes Steel Bridge, then Scottish Final and Packed Home, and then Foynavon, and behind Foynavon is Ross Sea, and behind Ross Sea is Dunwiddy, and Ariel is just jumping the water. He's about 2 furlongs behind the leaders, and now it's Kirtle Lad on the inside, Rutherford's on the outer, then comes Principal, then Castle Falls, then Capino. Behind Capino is Rondetto and Greek Scholar, and that's the order as they go to the next to be rejoined by Haynes.
This is fence number 17, and there's still an awful lot left standing, and the loose horse jumped it first, but right up just in behind that is Kirtle Lad, Rutherford's, then Principal, Castle Falls, Capino, Rondetto, then the Fossa, then comes Greek Scholar, then comes Leedsy and Norther and Different Class, and after that Quintin Bay. Now on towards fence number 19, the open ditch again, and it's Rutherford's from Kirtle Lad on the inside. Then comes Principal, then Rondetto, who's going terribly well, I think, at the moment. Then comes Castle Falls, Greek Scholar, Leedsy. Then comes Quintin Bay and Different Class and Barberin, and on to the next plain fence, 2 before Beeches, and over to Michael O'Hare.
And it's Kirtle Lad along the inside, Principal in the centre, Castle Falls out on the outside with Capino just behind him, the Fossa just behind these two, and a Different Class moving smoothly with Rondetta, and Norther is just behind the leaders too. Castle Falls on the extreme outside now is just the leader over this, and as they're heading now towards Beeches for the second time, it is Castle Falls with Principal, Capino, Rondetto, Rutherford along the inside, the Fossa, Norther, then Kirtle Lad and Greek Scholar together, and here they are at Beeches and over Beeches. The loose horse is over in front. He doesn't seem to interfere with anything. Rutherford's lost a bit of ground there, but he's all right, and they're turning out of the fence after Beeches, and as they do, the leader is Castle Falls with Rutherford's along the inside, and Rutherford has been hampered, and so has Castle Falls. Rondetto has fallen, Principal has fallen, Norther has fallen, Kirtle Lad has fallen, the Fossa has fallen. There's a right pile up. Leedsy has climbed over the fence and left his jockey there, and now with all this mayhem, Foynavon has gone off on his own. He's about 50, 100 yards in front of everything else. They're all pulling up, having a look now to see what's happening at the fence. Ozzy is jumping over it now. Quintin Bay is climbing over it. And as they go now to the canal turn, the one that's going to the canal turn happens to be Foynavon. And he's 100 yards in front of Kirtle Lad, and then comes Packed Home, Quintin Bay and Ozzy together. Greek Scholar is next, and the mess is almost over now as they're coming now to Valentine's. At least when I say they're coming, it's Foynavon who's coming. And he is roughly 200 yards in front of everything else. Foynavon, Ozzy is second, Packed Home is third, and then come Quintin Bay and Greek Scholar together over Valentine's. Well, the leader is at the fence ahead. That's Foynavon, and over to Michael Smith.
Well, this is the most incredible national. Foynavon, I've never seen a horse at this stage of the race so far. He's going quite easily. He ran in the Cheltenham Gold Cup, and we didn't think much of his chance there, but as he comes to the next, he's nearly a fence in front, and he jumps in, and he's jumping very well. This blinkered horse, Foynavon, he's literally 200 yards in front of the second horse, who's Packed Home, and then comes Ozzy, and behind them Greek Scholar. Terry Biddlecombe trying to make up the ground, but Foynavon's going so well, I don't think he can possibly be caught, but he jumped the next rather badly. He's still over 100 yards in front. Ozzy in second place. Terry Biddlecombe coming up, full of running on Greek Scholar, but they're a long way back. It's just a question of whether Foynavon can maintain his lead, and as he goes over the Melling Road again at Anchor Bridge, he's still over 150 yards in front, with Terry Biddlecombe on Greek Scholar in second place, trying to get on terms. Ozzy third, Packed Home fourth, and with that, back to the grandstand.
Still a long way clear. Foynavon, the only one that missed the melee at Beeches, with Greek Scholar chasing him now. Then comes Ozzy, then comes Packed Home. Honey End is finishing like a train just in behind him, and it's still Foynavon a long way clear from Greek Scholar in second place. Ozzy is third. Honey End has now moved into fourth, and he's running on like a train behind him. But coming to the second last now, it's Foynavon and John Buckingham. Blinkered Foynavon a long way clear. Greek Scholar is second. Honey End is fourth. Coming to the second last in the National now, and Foynavon is over. He's towering, but he's well clear. Greek Scholar and Honey End jumping together. Honey End's jumped in second. He's moved into second place now. Coming to the final fence, and Foynavon a long way clear of Honey End in second place. Greek Scholar is third. It may still be a race. Honey End is still making ground, but Foynavon is over and clear, about 150 yards ahead of Honey End, who's still driving on into second place. Third is Greek Scholar. Fourth is Red Alligator, who's finishing fast. Then comes Packed Home, but it's Foynavon holding Honey End as they race towards towards the line. Fine over the unconsidered outsider and John Buckingham holding Josh Gifford on Honey End. Then comes Greek Scholar and Red Alligator. They're racing up towards the line now, and it's Foynavan who missed that melee at Beeches, going well clear to a fantastic Grand National triumph. Honey End is second, Red Alligator's coming up to be third, and at the line John Buckingham looks over his shoulder, sees there's no danger, ears pricked. Foynavan wins the National. Honey End is second, third is Red Alligator, fourth is Greek Scholar, then packed home, and then comes Solvina behind Solvina.
And so the fence after Beecher's Brook got its name. Foynavan won the 1967 Grand National at 100 to 1. John Buckingham was on board. Ultimately ran out a 15-length winner over Honey End in second, the 15 to 2 favourite. Red Alligator ran on into third at 30 to 1 with Greek Scholar fourth at 20 to 1. 18 horses finished at the 1967 National, and with the exception of Foynavan, all of them suffered some sort of misfortune at the 23rd fence. A great win for Foynavan, who still had to jump 7 fences, the 7 remaining fences, without company, and this was a triumph for owner Cyril Watkins, jockey John Buckingham and trainer John Kempton.
The 1973 Grand National is our first in colour. In a top-class field, 2 horses shared top weight of 12 stone. L'escargot had twice won the Cheltenham Gold Cup, while Crisp had come from Australia to be trained by Fred Winter and had shown himself a brilliant chaser over distances considerably shorter than the National. Crisp started 9 to 1 joint favourite along with Red Rum, who was in the care of Ginger McCain, whose yard was tucked away behind his car showroom in nearby Southport, and whose principal gallop was up the beach. Red Rum was the scrapper who had fought his way up, but Crisp was the class act and had to carry 23 pounds more weight than his main market rival. Richard Pittman rode Crisp, while Brown Fletcher, who had won the National on Red Alligator 5 years earlier, was aboard Red Rum.
And Red Rum and Crisp co-favourites at 9 to 1 as the white flag is raised. They're being called in, and Rough Silk has unseated his rider. Rough Silk has unseated his rider. Tim Norman. Tim.
For years, doubts about the future of Aintree Racecourse and whether it might be sold to property developers had hung over the great race, and National after National was expected to be the last ever. The gloommongers were still haunting Aintree, but if the 1973 running really was to be the last ever Grand National, what a way to go out.
And this looks a possibility now. And they're away. They're off, and Rouge Autumn starts fast on the inside with Sunny Laird, and Go Continental moving up on the outside with Beggar's Way. Then comes Black Secret with General Simons on his outside, and Richelieu and Glen Kiln, and it's Rouge Autumn leading them. Crisp has gone right up there with Sunny Laird on the inside. Then comes Hurricane Rock, then Mildor over on the far side with Endless Folly and Beggar's Way and Black Secret, and with Rouge Autumn disputing it, they come to the first, and we join John Hanmer.
Black Secret, one of the leaders, along with General Simons. They're at the first now, and Black Secret over in the lead. There's a fall of Richelieu has gone at the first, and as they go towards the second, Grey Sombrero on the outside along with Asheville, then Glen Kiln, then comes Black Secret, General Simons, then Highland Seal. As they jump the second, no falls at the second that I can see, and as they go to the third, Grey Sombrero on the outside from Asheville, Black Secret, Crisp, General Simons over the ditch, and Grey Sombrero over first. There's a faller at that one. Asheville fell at that. And going to the fourth, Grey Sombrero in the lead and over to Julian Wilson.
And spread right across the course with Grey Sombrero the leader over that one from Endless Folly in the centre. Black Secret towards the outside. Highland Seal just scrambled over that one. Crisp is right up there on the inside as they race down towards the fifth. Grey Sombrero right on the wide outside. He leads over it from on the inside Crisp. Then Rouge Autumn and Mildor on the inside. Behind this comes Hurricane Rock and Sunny Lad, but as they race down towards Beecher's, it's the Grey Sombrero racing wide of the field, the clear leader from Crisp in second, Black Secret third, and at Beecher's, Grey Sombrero over and just clears it from Crisp in second, Black Secret third, Endless Folly 4, Sunny Lad 5, Rouge Autumn is 6th, and Beggar's Way is a faller at Beecher's, and just about all the others have gone over it as they go over the next, with Crisp now the leader from Grey Sombrero, then Black Secret and Endless Folly, Sunny Lad and Rouge Autumn, then Hurricane Rock, then Great Noise towards the outside and Tarquin Bid as they come towards the canal turn, and Swan Shot balked and at the last one, and Mr. Vimy has refused as they jump the canal turn. Nerio's been pulled up, and Crisp is the leader from Grey Sombrero as they jump Valentine's. Crisp over Valentine's from Grey Sombrero, Black Secret, Endless Folly, Sunny Lad, then Rouge Autumn, then Hurricane Rock on the inside of Great Noise, Mildor and Tarquin Bid, then after that comes Spanish Steps. Highland Seal has been pulled up as they jump the next. Crisp over it from Grey Sombrero, Black Secret, Endless Folly, Sunny Lad, Rouge Autumn, Great Noise, Hurricane Rock, Mildor, Tarquin Bid as we rejoin John Hanmer.
Crisp in the lead from Grey Sombrero, Endless Folly, Black Secret, Great Noise. Then comes Rouge Autumn, Sunny Lad. Behind Sunny Lad is Hurricane Rock. And as they go towards the next fence, it's Crisp, the clear leader from Grey Sombrero, Endless Folly, Black Secret. Then comes Great Noise. Behind Great Noise is Sunny Lad, then Rouge Autumn. Then comes Tarquin Bid. Behind Tarquin Bid, Red Rum. Then Spanish Steps. Then Hurricane Rock and Glen Kiln. As they go across the Milling Road, it's Crisp in a clear lead from Grey Sombrero and Endless Folly, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
And it's Crisp still well clear from Grey Sombrero. Then comes Endless Folly, then Black Secret, then Tarquin Bid, then Rouge Autumn, then Sunny Lad, then Red Rum just in behind the leaders. Glen Kiln also, then Spanish Steps, then Hurricane Rock, and behind them come Proud Tarquin. Behind Proud Tarquin is Proud Percy. Then comes Lescargo. Behind Lescargo is Go Continental, and then Asprey, and behind Asprey is Princess Camilla, and then Petruccio's Son. Behind Petruccio's Son and making good progress is General Simons, and coming to the next, and it's Crisp clear. Crisp is over from Grey Sombrero, jumps it second, Endless Folly jumps it third, then Great Noise 4, 5 is Black Secret, 6 is Rouge Autumn, 7 Spanish Steps, and 8 Tarquin Bid, and 9 Red Rum, and 10 on the inside is Sunny Lad as they come to the next. Crisp over in the lead and clear of Grey Sombrero, Endless Folly, Black Secret, Rouge Autumn, Tarquin Bid, Great Noise, Sunny Lad. Behind Sunny Lad is Hurricane Rock and Proud Tarquin, Red Rum well there, and then comes Glen Kiln, and coming to the chair now, this is one of the biggest, and Crisp, his ears pricked, jumps it beautifully in the lead. He just pecked a little bit but got away with it. Grey Sombrero was very near, he's gone. Grey Sombrero was gone at that one. Grey Sombrero faller, Glen Kiln's a faller, Proud Percy's a faller at that one also, and as they jump the water, Crisp is a long way clear of Endless Folly, and Endless Folly jumps it second. Then comes Red Rum. Behind Red Rum is Rouge Autumn, then Sunny Lad. Can Harris is a faller. Then comes Great Noise. Behind Great Noise is Spanish Steps and Black Secret and Hurricane Rock. Then Tarquin Bid and Proud Tarquin, and then Princess Camilla and Petruccio's Son, and then General Simons. And as they run down to the Milling Road, Crisp is a long way clear of the remainder, headed at the moment by Endless Folly, Rouge Autumn, Red Rum, then Sunny Lad and Great Noise and Spanish Steps and Tarquin Bid, Proud Tarquin. Then comes Black Secret, then Princess Camilla and Hurricane Rock, and as they come to the next, it's back to John Hanmer.
And Crisp just jumping the 17th. He's over-jumped it beautifully, a long way clear off at Rouge Autumn, Red Rum, Spanish Steps, Endless Folly still there. Then comes Great Noise and Black Secret. Behind Black Secret, Hurricane Rock. Meanwhile, Crisp at the 18th and over safely, well clear of Rouge Autumn. Then comes Red Rum, Tarquin Bid, Spanish Steps, Endless Folly, Great Noise, Black Secret, Hurricane Rock. Meanwhile, Crisp at the ditch, the 19th. He stood right back, he jumped it well, and he's right out in front still of Red Rum second. Rouge Autumn is third, Spanish Steps fourth, Tarquin Bid is fifth, Great Noise is sixth, then Endless Folly and Black Secret, and over to Julian Wilson.
And Richard Pittman over that one on Crisp, and what a fantastic ride he's having. I can't remember a horse so far ahead in the Grand National at this stage. Jumping that second was Red Rum, then Spanish Steps on the outside of Rouge Autumn. Great Noise made a mistake there, but coming to the next, and Crisp is over that one, safely over the one before Beecher's from Red Rum, then Spanish Steps and Tarquin Bid, Rouge Autumn and Hurricane Rock, then Black Secret and Great Noise, and Tarquin Bid's gone at that one as Crisp comes on his own to Beecher's Brook for the second time. Crisp, the top weight, Richard Pittman Dutchman over it in tremendous style, and he's about 20 lengths clear from Red Rum in second place. Behind this comes Spanish Steps, then Hurricane Rock and Rouge Autumn. They're over Beaches now, then Black Secret over, then Great Noise, and Crisp is over the 23rd already and racing down to the canal turn as Red Rum jumps the 23rd in second place, then Spanish Steps, Hurricane Rock, Rouge Autumn, then Black Secret, Great Noise on the outside of Proud Tarquin as Crisp jumps the canal turn, and he's over it clear. He's still 20 lengths clear from Red Rum in second. Spanish Steps is third, Hurricane Rock 4, Rouge Autumn is 5, then Proud Tarquin on the inside of his stablemate Black Secret. Behind this comes Great Noise and Princess Camilla, then the Puka and Endless Folly as Crisp jumps clear at Valentine's. Crisp is still a long way ahead from Red Rum second, and Crisp over that one, the one after Valentine's from Red Rum in second place. Spanish Steps is third, Hurricane Rock 4, Rouge Autumn is 5, Proud Tarquin is 6, Black Secret is 7, Great Noise is 8, Princess Camilla 9, then the Puka and Lescarga, who's still there, Endless Folly, Prophecy and Petruchio's Son, who are clear as we rejoin John Hammer.
Crisp's got 3 to jump. He's well clear of Red Rum, who's made a bit of ground. Spanish Steps is third, Hurricane Rock is 4th. Over the third from home, Crisp over safely. Red Rum in second place. Then Spanish Steps, Hurricane Rock just passing Spanish Steps. Then comes Rouge Autumn 5th, and they're a long way clear of Proud Tarquin, Black Secret and Lescargo. And as they go across the Milling Road with 2 to jump, it's Crisp with Red Rum in second place, making ground, but a very long gap after that to Hurricane Rock, Spanish Steps and Rouge Autumn, and back to Peter O'Sullivan.
And he's conceding 1 stone 9 to his pursuer, Crisp. It's Crisp in the lead from Red Rum, but Red Rum still making ground on him. Brown Fletcher on Red Rum, chasing Dick Pickman on Crisp. Crisp still well clear with 2 fences left to jump in the 1973 National, and this great Australian chaser, Crisp, with 12 stone on his back and 10 stone 5 on the back of Red Rum, who's chasing him, and they look to have it absolutely to themselves at the second last, and Crisp is over and clear of Red Rum, who's just jumping it. A long way back in third are Spanish Steps and Hurricane Rock and Rouge Autumn, and then Lescargo, but coming to the final fence in the National now, and it's Crisp still going in great style with 12 stone on his back. He jumps it well. Red Rum is about 15 lengths behind him as he jumps it, and Dick Pickman coming to the elbow now in the National. He's got 250 yards to run, and Crisp just wandering a little off a true line now. He's beginning to lose concentration. He's been out there on his own for so long, and Red Rum is making ground on him still as they come to the line. It's a furlong to run now. 200 yards now for Crisp, and Red Rum still closing on him, and Crisp is getting very tired, and Red Rum is pounding after him. Red Rum is the one that's finishing the strongest. He's going to get up. Red Rum is going to win the National, and at the line, Red Rum has just snatched it from Crisp, and Red Rum is the winner, and Crisp is second. Lescargo's just coming up now to be third. It's going to be a very near thing for fourth with Spanish Steps just... They're off, and Spittin' Image on the far side is the first to show of that group, and Boom Docker on the near side with Andy Pandy and Nerio right up with him, and San Willen and Brown Admiral. And over on the far side, Spittin' Image, with going up with him, Collingwood on the near side, it's Boom Docker. And as they cross the Melling Road, and we go over to join John Hammer, it's Boom Docker from Sebastian, Brown Admiral, San Willen, and Andy Pandy, and What a Buck. And over to you, John.
And Sebastian just about the leader at the first on the inside from Dufflecoat on the outside, and Dufflecoat has gone. He's the first one to go. It looked as if Spittin' Image went as well. Willie Watt has gone, and as they go to the second fence, it's Sebastian in the lead from Prince Rock, then Brown Admiral, then Forest King, then comes Andy Pandy. No fallers at the second fence, and at the third, the big ditch, it's Sebastian in the lead from Prince Rock and Brown Admiral and Forest King, who made a mistake. The fall there, Davy Ladd has gone, and Innie Carrow has gone, Verrater has gone, and also Royal Thrust, and over to Julian Wilson.
And over that one, Sebastian led towards the centre. Towards the far side is Prince Rock. Towards the stand side is Boom Docker with San Willen. Brown Admiral just behind the leaders. Then comes Hidden Value. And tracking the leaders on the far side is Sage Merlins. They jumped the one before Beeches. Sebastian over over in second, Boom Docker. Then came Hidden Value in the centre. Prince Rock towards the far side, and also behind that on the far side is Sage Merlin. Then comes Brown Admiral as they race down towards Beeches, with Sebastian leading from Boom Docker, Prince Rock, Hidden Value and Brown Admiral over Beeches. Sebastian over, And Sebastian's gone at Beeches. Sebastian's a faller. Another faller, Songwriter, is brought down at the back of the field. And Winter Rain is also a faller at Beeches. And Castle Rudder is a faller at Beeches. And Lord of the Hill also. And Charlotte Brew is just over. She's over last of all, and she's been badly impeded. But over the next one, and racing down towards the canal turn, is now Boom Docker in the lead. From Brown Admiral second, Hidden Value is third. Then comes Prince Rock and Forest King on the inside of Sage Merlin. Then comes Sand Willen and Andy Pandy as they jump the canal turn. And over it was Boom Docker from Brown Admiral. Hidden Value, a bad mistake there by Forest King. In fourth place is Prince Rock, fifth is Forest King, sixth is Sage Merlin. Then comes Sand Willen behind that, and Andy Pandy and Roman Bar, and then comes Red Rum as they jump that one. And still out front is Boom Docker. Boom Docker by 10 lengths from Brown Admiral second, Hidden Value third. In fourth on the outside is Prince Rock with Sage Merlin. Then comes Forest King as they jump the next, and we rejoin John Hammer.
And Pengrail was a faller at the first, and so was Warbonnet, but it's Boom Docker out clear of Prince Rock. Then Sage Merlin is in third place. Over this next fence, Boom Docker over in the lead, not so far in front now of Sage Merlin. Then comes Prince Rock, then Brown Admiral and Hidden Value. And then comes Red Ram, who's going well. And as they go to what will be the third last on the next circuit, it's Boom Docker out clear. Sage Merlin is second, Prince Rock third. And Prince Rock went there. And that leaves Hidden Value in third place. Then comes Andy Pandy and Red Ram and Brown Admiral. Then comes Roman Bar and Forest King. And as they head towards the 13th fence, it's Boom Docker out clear of Sage Merlin, Hidden Value, Andy Pandy and Red Ram. And Charlotte Brew still going as we join Peter O'Sullivan.
And Boom Docker a long way clear. Sage Merlin heading the remainder ahead of Hidden Value. Then comes Andy Pandy, then Red Rum. Just in behind them come Brown Admiral going strongly, and Roman Bar and Forest King. But as they come down now towards the 13th, it's Boom Docker a long way clear of Sage Merlin, who's going to jump it second. Jumping it third is Hidden Value. Red Rum and Andy Pandy next, followed by Roman Bar and Brown Admiral. Then comes Sir Garnet going well. As they come down to the next, Boom Docker well clear of Sage Merlin. And then closely grouped are Red Rum, Happy Ranger, Andy Pandy, Hidden Value, Brown Admiral, Waterbuck, Sir Garnet. Behind Sir Garnet is Nerio. Coming to the chair now, Boom Docker. Boom Docker a long way clear at the chair. And he's over the 15th, clear. Sage Merlin comes in to jump it second, and he's down. Sage Merlin a faller there. Hidden Value jumps it next from Waterbuck. Andy Pandy, behind them Brown Admiral. Then comes Red Rum and Roman Bar, and then Sir Garnet, and Boom Docker clear over the water. And it's Andy Pandy who leads the next group over the water, followed by Hidden Value and Waterbuck and Brown Admiral, then Roman Bar, and then comes Red Rum, then Sir Garnet on the inside, then Sandwither and Forest King and Nerio and Happy Ranger, then the Pilgarlic, then comes Churchtown Boy. On the inside of Churchtown Boy is Zeta's Son, and behind them come Eye Catcher, then Collingwood, then Carroll Street, and the Songwriter. A long way back behind the Songwriter is Gay Vulcan, then Foresail. Behind Foresail is Charlotte Brew, just taken the water, getting a cheer from the crowd as going down out into the country. Boom Docker is a long way clear of Andy Pandy and Waterbuck, and Barony Fort still continuing, and over to John Hanmer.
Docker refused when well clear at the 17th, and this leaves Andy Pandy in front, all the leaders over that safely. It's Andy Pandy out clear himself now of Hidden Value, then Waterbuck on the inside. Then comes Red Rum, and they're over the 18th. And all the leaders once again jumping it safely. There a mistake by Collingwood, and it's Andy Pandy coming to the ditch in the lead from Waterbuck, Hidden Value, Red Rum, then Roman Bar, Brown Admiral and Nerio. Then comes Sir Garnet and Forest King. And going to the 20th fence, it's Andy Pandy clear of Waterbuck, then Nerio. And then comes Roman Bar, Hidden Value, Red Rum and Brown Admiral, and over to Julian Wilson.
Yes, and Andy Pandy is well clear from Waterbuck in second place. Towards the outside is Red Rum, who's going really well as they come down to the one before Beeches, and Andy Pandy is 10 lengths clear over it. Andy Pandy from Waterbuck over in second, Nerio's over in third, then Red Rum towards the outside. Behind those are Happy Ranger, then Brown Admiral, Churchtown Boy rather behind that. Just behind that is Sir Garnet towards the inside. It's Brown Admiral and Hidden Value as the leader. Comes to Beecher's Brook for the second time, and Bandit Panny is down. Bandit Panny down at Beecher's. Nerio is also down at Beecher's, and Brown Admiral's gone at Beecher's as well. But the rest of the field are over, and coming to the 23rd fence, it's now Red Rum disputing it with Waterbuck. Just behind these is Churchtown Boy, then Happy Ranger and Sir Garnet. And over that one, it's Red Rum who leads. Red Rum is the leader as they race down towards the canal turn. Red Rum from Churchtown Boy and Waterbuck, then Happy Ranger, and behind that is the Pill Garlic and Sir Garnet as Red Rum jumps the canal turn in front. Red Rum by 2 or 3 lengths from Churchtown Boy in second, in third is Waterbuck in fourth, and Sir Garnet to follow there. In fourth is Happy Ranger, in fifth is the Pill Garlic, sixth is Eye Catcher, seventh is Hidden Value, eighth is Forest Rock, ninth is Cedar Sun, 10th is Eye Catcher as they come to the next, and we rejoin John Hanmer.
And it's Red Rum in a clear lead from Churchtown Boy in second place. Red Rum over that, he picked slightly on landing. Churchtown Boy second, Waterbuck is third, the Pill Garlic is fourth, then comes Happy Ranger. And this is the last ditch, the fourth from home. And Red Rum's in the lead, a lot of loose horses after him. Churchtown Boy's over second, the Pill Garlic is third, then comes Eye Catcher, then Waterbuck and Happy Ranger, then Forest King. Carroll Street is next, and at the third last, it's Red Rum over in the lead, chased by Churchtown Boy. The Pill Garlic is third, Eye Catcher fourth, Waterbuck is fifth, Happy Ranger is sixth, then Forest King seventh, Carroll Street eighth, and we've got to look a long way back for anything else, but Red Rum the leader across the Melling Road, Churchtown Boy closing, the Pill Garlic in third place, Eye Catcher fourth, and over to you, Peter.
And it's Red Rum with 2 loose horses around him now. Just 2 fences left to jump between he and Grand National History. But close in behind him is Churchtown Boy. The Pill Garlic is about 6 lengths away. Then comes the mare Eye Catcher, and then Waterbuck, and behind them Happy Ranger, then Forest King and Carroll Street. They're virtually the only ones left in the 1977 Grand National, and Churchtown Boy is still making relentless progress. Martin Blackshaw coming there very squeakly on Churchtown Boy. But Red Rum is still holding the lead now as they jump the second last. He's over the second last in the lead. Churchtown Boy didn't jump it too well, and it's Red Rum and Tommy Stack now from Churchtown Boy, the Pill Garlic and Eye Catcher as they come to the last fence in the National, and Red Rum with a tremendous chance of winning his third National. He jumps it clear of Churchtown Boy. He's getting the most tremendous cheer from the crowd. They're willing him home now. The 12-year-old Red Rum being preceded only by loose horses, being chased by Churchtown Boy. Eye Catcher has moved into third and the Pill Garlic fourth. They're coming to the elbow. There's a furlong now between Red Rum and his third Grand National triumph, and he's coming up to the line to win it like a fresh horse in great style. His hats off and a tremendous reception. You've never heard one like it at Liverpool. Red Rum wins the National. Coming up towards the line, a tired now but game Churchtown Boy holds Eye Catcher. Churchtown Boy is second, Eye Catcher is third, fourth is the Pill Garlic, and fifth Forest King. Red Rum, the 9-1 winner of the 1977 Grand National. His third triumph, his 5th attempt in the race, 3 victories and 2 seconds.
The 40 runners and riders then for the Grand National Race of Champions 2017, starting with the first ever winner of the Grand National Lottery, ridden by Jem Mason. The Lamb was the first grey to win the race. Some notable names: Golden Miller, Reynoldstown, number 10, the mount of Frank Furlong, Battleship, who was ridden by 17-year-old Bruce Hobbs to win. And then to some more recent winners, the iconic Red Rum, horse number 18, the mount of Brian Fletcher, Crisp, who Red Rum so famously beat in 1973, once again reunited with Richard Pittman. Mr. Frisk, number 26, Marcus Armitage, the rider, the last amateur to win the Grand National. At 29, Party Politics, the mount of Carl Llewellyn. And then Hedge Hunter, one of 2 national winners for Ruby Walsh. Silver Birch, Comply or Die, Monmouth, number 36, a 100-1 winner of the race. And completing the 40-strong lineup, Pinot de Ray. And they are away and running in the Race of Champions, and Party Politics is one of the first to show up, with Alden Eaty and Bob Champion on the inside up with the leaders. Mr. Frisk is racing prominently as well. Red Rum on the far side with a yellow cap, and then Bala Briggs and Rough Quest, and the first of the greys, Nicholas Silver, followed by Garrison Savannah and Amberley House, and Jerry M is racing prominently, followed by Cloister. Over the first they go. Bala Briggs, a slight mistake there from Mr. Frisk on the near side. Fence 2, another plain one before the first of the ditches, and Bala Briggs now being taken on towards the far side by Foynehaven, who came through with a mighty leap. Another mistake there from Mr. Frisk. The 1990 winner has made errors at each of the first 2 fences, and now the big open ditch coming up to them. Foynehaven on the far side of Bala Briggs and Nicholas Silver, and Seagram has gone. Seagram has gone there, party company with Nigel Hawke. Silver Birch did well to avoid the fallen horse. On towards fence 4 they go, on the run down towards Beeches for the first time. Foynehaven jumping boldly on the far side, a little over bold. He's tracked there by Red Rum and Bala Briggs. Sprigg in a yellow jacket is going up to join them, and then Jerry M in the green in the centre alongside the grey Nicholas Silver. Mr. Frisk towards the near side, followed by Garrison Savannah, and then Reynoldstown and Golden Miller and Amberley House. And then towards midfield we've got the likes of Highland Wedding and Lescargo in a hoop jacket. Richard Pittman, no tearaway tactics this time. Crisp is back in midfield, racing alongside Dick Saunders on Grittar. Corbiere is also in midfield as they go over Beeches for the first time, and Red Rum came through to lead the field there from Jerry M and Mr. Frisk and Foynehaven. Reynoldstown in a blue and yellow jacket is just behind them as they come to the Foynehaven fence, and Red Rum was in front over it, and Foynehaven himself took it in about 7th place alongside Garrison Savannah, and they head towards the canal turn for the first time, and it's Red Rum who leads from Jerry M, and then Reynoldstown, who races close up in 3rd place. Comply or Die is beginning to make some headway towards the leaders. He's moving up through the field, and then the Lamb, Nicholas Silver and Corbiere and X, and then Party Politics and Mr. Frisk and Foynehaven as they cross out over Valentine's. Good jump there from Red Rum, giving a bold sight. At the back of the field, Lottery, the winner of the first ever national, was pulled up. He's out of the race at the 9th, and Red Rum is now being taken on by Highland Wedding on the near side. Foynehaven going back up to rejoin them. A very bad mistake there from Jerry M. He lost his prominent position, and Bala Briggs also made a slight mistake. Meanwhile, back in midfield we've got Grittar and Sprigg and Crisp and Lescargo, and Alden Eaty, who jumped off Handley on the inside, has drifted back into midfield. Red Rum, just a very slight error there alongside Highland Wedding and Foynehaven, and then Bala Briggs and Comply or Die with the green sleeves. Reynoldstown towards the outside as they approach the next. Towards the rear of the field, Manifesto is well back at this stage. West Tip is 3/4 of the way back, and so too Nicholas Silver. Also towards the rear of the field, Troy Town. Moifer is well back. Ryman Reason, a pink jacket, however, is making a bit of headway as they go across the Melling Road and make the long run around towards the next pair of fences, which will be the final 2 in a circuit's time in the Race of Champions. So up ahead, it is Bala Briggs who leads now by a couple of lengths from Highland Wedding. Red Rum in 3rd place, being tracked by the grey, the Lamb, who races in 4th. Foynehaven is 5th, and Comply or Die is racing in 6th. Bruce Hobbs on the inside, Battleship and a dark blue jacket making some headway, and then Amberley House being followed by Jerry M, recovering from that blunder, and then Reynoldstown on the outside from Party Politics and Ryman Reason, and then Troy Town in a black jacket as Red Rum and Bala Briggs take that one together. There goes Alden Eaty, there goes another of the Greys, Neptune Collage. Manifesto meanwhile is still well back in the field as they head on towards the fence before the chair. This becomes the last in a circuit's time. Red Rum from Bala Briggs and Comply or Die, slight nod on landing there from Highland Wedding. Watching the rest of the field go streaming out. Jade Trump has gone out of the race there as Silver Birch is also out of the race. He was just beginning to lose his position at the time. As they come to the chair, Bala Briggs from Don't Push It. Red Rum is up there, then Comply or Die going up to join the leaders. Just in behind these races, Troy Town, and then behind Troy Town on the outside is Reynoldstown. Golden Miller's also making progress. Bala Briggs over in front there, jumping soundly out over the water. Those that remain in the race are streaming out over it. Manifesto is one of the last still going. Cloister is well back in the field as well, and they reach the halfway point in the Race of Champions. And up ahead, it's Bala Briggs to Red Rum on the inside. Comply or Die. Garrison Savannah. Then in behind them, Golden Miller. Jerry M towards the outside of Amberley House. Crisp is making progress under Richard Pittman. Yellow jacket with the red sleeves. Followed by Lescargo, and then came Foynehaven. And then Reynoldstown, who's in about 8th or 9th position, just ahead of Nicholas Silver and Rhyme or Reason. And then came West Tip. And then towards that one's outside is Party Politics as they make their way towards the 17th. Bala Briggs on the far side. Towards the near side, Garrison Savannah, and then Comply or Die, and there Garrison Savannah is a faller at the 17th. So Bala Briggs is left in front as they head on towards another plain fence before the big open ditch once more. Ballabriggs lands in front, closely attended now by Golden Miller, and so the big open ditch coming up to them. Ballabriggs from Golden Miller and Comply or Die, Red Rum and Troy Town, and then Jerry M on the far side, and over the ditch they go, and Ballabriggs has been pulled up sharply there. Ballabriggs is out of the race at the 19th, and Cloister has also been pulled up at the 19th, and Reynoldstown is getting a little bit closer to them as Golden Miller finds himself left in front with Jerry M, who made that very bad mistake on the first circuit going back up through the field. Comply or Die is in third, and Red Rum is still tracking them, and then Troy Town and Lescargo followed by Mr. Frisk, and then Monmouth in a green jacket being followed by Sprigg and Battleship, and then Crisp as they take the next mistake there from Red Rum. It just cost him a length or two. Sprigg's getting closer in behind him now, sitting right on his tail, and they in turn are being followed by Ryman Reason and Moifer and the grey Neptune Calange as Jerry M moves through on the outside now to take over as they come to Beechers for the second time. Jerry M jumps it well, and Mr. Frisk has gone at Beechers. Also out of the race at Beechers, Comply or Die, Ryman Reason. Monmouth is also out of the race at Beechers. There's a few of them got out of it there, and now they take Foynehaven, the smallest fence on the course once more. A mistake from Sprigg. He was in about 5th place at the time as Jerry M has the lead from Golden Miller in second. Lescargo is third. Red Rum is in fourth, and then behind these Sprigg and Troy Town, and then Crisp as they go to the canal turn. Good jump from Jerry M. He took a couple of lengths out of the field. Slight mistake there from Foynehaven. Party Politics is out of the race as they head towards the next. Jerry M again jumping well, but a big bold leap on the outside from Lescargo carried him up into second place. Back in the field, they're beginning to thin them out still further. Reynoldstown was out of the race there, and it's Jerry M from Lescargo. Rough Quest under Mick Fitzgerald on the near side has made good progress, being followed by Golden Miller in fourth, and then comes Sprigg and Red Rum and Crisp, and then behind these Moifer and Foynehaven, and then Battleship and Corbière and Troy Town. They're entering the last mile of the Race of Champions, and it was Jerry M in the centre who had the advantage there. Quare Times towards the rear of the field was a faller. They're well stretched out. Grittar is well back. Don't Push It has lost his position. Also well back in the field is Highland Wedding, and as they took that, it was Rough Quest on the inside, moving up to join Jerry M. Lescargo is in third. Golden Miller's right behind him in four as they cross the Melling Road with 2 left to jump, and then Red Rum waited with. Corbier's making a bit of progress, followed by Crisp and then Sprigg and then Battleship and Troy Town and Foynehaven, and then Moifer, and then a gap to the Lamb being followed by Amberley House, and they're well stretched out in behind as they make the run towards the penultimate fence in the Race of Champions, and it's Jerry M who now has a 4-length advantage over Rough Quest, who heads the chase. Red Rum is still hunting them up with Corbière trying to get on terms, the 1983 winner. Golden Miller is still chasing them there, and then Lescargo as they approach the second last in the Race of Champions. Jerry M from Rough Quest. Rough Quest getting to within a length and a half of Jerry M. Golden Miller landed in third. Corbière made a very bad mistake there. That halted his progress. The 30th and final fence then coming up. Jerry M trying to fend off all the challengers, but Red Rum is now beginning to close. He jumped up into third there behind Rough Quest. They're racing towards the elbow. At the back of the field, Grittar is out of the race, and Don't Push It is out of the race, and now Red Rum is delivered, and here comes Crisp under Richard Pittman on the far side, challenging Jerry M. Golden Miller is close up in fourth, and they're followed by Rough Quest and then Sprigg. They've got a furlong left to go in the Race of Champions. It's Red Rum in the centre, Crisp on the far side, his old rival. Jerry M is fighting on the near side. Red Rum has his nose banded, head in front with 100 yards to go. Jerry M and Crisp are chasing him all the way to the line. Red Rum, the greatest horse in national history, wins from Jerry M and Crisp. They're full at home in fourth by Golden Miller. Rough Quest was in fifth, and then Sprigg and Corbière, Amberley House, never nearer. The stragglers are still coming in. Battleship has got round, and Devon Lock is going to be last of the field to complete, just in behind the likes of Alden E.T. and Hedge Hunter, who never threatened to get involved.